Welcome to my LeetCode Biweekly Contest 132 live stream. If you're here for solutions, jump ahead to 90 minutes in or use the timestamps in the video description. In a few moments, we'll be starting contests live. We'll be answering questions and giving, we'll be clarifying questions in chat. No solutions will be given. We do this every weekend, so come join us. Odd weeks for bi-weekly contest and even weeks for weekly contest. No code will ever be shared during the contest, but immediately after it ends, we'll go through answers for all 4 questions, so make sure you stick around. As usual, if you like LeetCode content, make sure to check out the rest of my channel. We have solutions to the hardest question 4s from previous contests, as well as general tech tips and advice. So code along with me and like and subscribe. Alright, so we are live. Okay. We are a little bit early. We are a little bit early, so let's see. We have 18 minutes. Okay, so just nice. We're gonna work on, while we wait for people to stream in, we're gonna work on today's daily problem. It says here C++. Should I try this in C++? No, I'm gonna go back to Java. Okay, so today's problem is continuous subarray sum. Given an integer array nums and an integer k, return true if nums has a good subarray or false otherwise. A good subarray is a subarray where its length is at least 2 and the sum of the elements of the subarray is a multiple of k. Hello everybody who just joined. Hey, hi Ratnesh Anand. I don't know if I recognize your name, but welcome to the channel either way. Sorry, my eyes are not good. I'm curious if you guys actually work on the daily problems. The daily problems are a good way to practice, and they are a little bit more reasonable than the contest problems. The contest problems are probably not things that you ever see in real life. They're not things that anybody at a tech interview will ever ask you. This is insane to ask you that kind of questions. But the daily problems, especially the medium ones, these medium ones, are actually pretty good for testing, you know, your own understanding or how good you are at programming. So a good subarray has at least 2, and the sum of the elements of the subarray is a multiple of k. So the first thing I'm thinking of is some kind of prefix sum. So this, having a prefix sum allows me to check, but that's not what I want though. Oh, let me see. If I take the prefix sum, okay, because I want to check, basically I want to find I and j such that nums I plus ... nums j, the whole thing is a multiple of k. So what I can do is I can find the prefix sum. So this is the same as, let's say I do a prefix sum of I. So basically prefix sum of j minus prefix sum of I minus 1 plus num I is a multiple of k. So it's the same, right? So if I want to check that the sum nums I plus 1, nums I plus 2, all the way to plus nums j, the whole thing is a multiple of k, then I can change. If I calculate prefix sum, then it's just prefix sum of j minus prefix sum of I plus nums I. Oh, actually it's not. It's right. Why do I do this? Minus 1. I don't need this awkward thing. Minus prefix sum of I minus 1 is a multiple of k. Okay? So it's the same thing. Hi. Hi, folks. Hi, Swastik. Today's daily problem has a lot of edge cases. Oh, have you done it? Nice. I'm working on it right now. So, Ratnesh Anand in recursion Fibonacci problem. Yeah, Fibonacci problem is a classic problem. So it's also a good problem for learning recursion. I used to use Fibonacci to teach recursion in my class when I teach freshman classes who are new to programming. Hi, Itachi. Hey, Alex. How are you? I'm good. How are you, Itachi? Are you a Naruto fan, Itachi? I see your picture is looks like a Naruto or anime picture. So this is the same. This is the same as prefix sum of j minus prefix sum of I. Okay, which means that I can make this even j. I can take a mod k. Mod k. So adding mod k here will not change things. Oh, hey, Ratnesh. In recursion Fibonacci problem, why does Fibo n minus 1 plus Fibo n minus 2 give stack overflow? I don't think I think it'll be the same, wouldn't it? It should be the same. Is it wait, n equals smaller or equals to 2, return 1, else, and return Fibo n minus 1 plus Fibo n minus 2. It should be the same. Yeah, so it should be the same. These two things that you wrote down, Ratnesh, I think it should be the same. They'll both give overflow error if if the n is very large. Let's say 1000. I'm pretty sure 1000 will give me overflow. Oh, stack has 30 functions on it. Your code might have infinite recursion. It doesn't have infinite recursion, it's just overflow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it'll make a difference in your example. The only time I can think of it, they're making a difference. No, I don't think it'll make a difference. Yeah. Okay, back to here. So I'm thinking for this continuous subarray sum, Maybe the other thing I can do. Okay. So if this one mod k, this one mod k equals to 0, which means that prefix j mod k equals plus prefix I minus 1 mod k equals to k, because now once I mod both of these things, they are both smaller than k, so they have to be equals to k. I think so, which also means that j mod k minus equals to, yeah. So I think this is how I would do it for this particular problem. I do some math to figure out what's going on. Yeah, good question, Swastik. What language are you using, Ratnesh? Java. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't see a way it'll make a difference, because it's the same thing, right? You're returning both. Yeah, you don't even change the order. What's the difference between these two? It's just the parentheses. I don't think it makes a difference. So yeah, Itachi, 6 years ago, yeah, there was a time when Naruto was more popular. Okay, so I think now we got now essentially we can do this thing. So basically what we'll do, our general strategy is calculate for each I the prefix sum mod k. Let's call it pi, which is the prefix sum. If there exists, we have seen k minus pi in previous, then there is a match. Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be it. This should be on time total. Scene equals to, and we initialize empty sets for n in nums. Okay, so current equals 0 because we're calculating prefix sum. Let's just call prefix equals to 0, and we have to put 0 inside scene, and so prefix equals to prefix plus n mod k if in scene return true, else scene dot add prefix. I think this will work. Yeah, sorry, I don't provide LinkedIn. Can connect to me via this channel. Yeah, I don't provide LinkedIn, but you can connect to me via this channel. You can email me. The best way is just leave a comment on one of the videos, because I read all my comments. That's the fastest way. But if you have something that is not, you don't want to share publicly, if you want like advice or anything, feel free to if you want tech advice, feel free to reach out via email. I'll get to you, or you know, if you have specific questions about any of the questions on LeetCode, if there's a particular question that you find, you know, is difficult or you're stuck at, I might help you. I might be able to help you. I can probably make a video. Okay, so this works. Oh, this doesn't work, unfortunately. Looks like it always returns true. Huh, that's not good. So let's run this. Okay, so K is 13, so this one 10. Okay, so 25 is 12. Yep. So 5. Yep. So far so good. 3, 4. Is 9. Okay. 9. And then 7. Okay. So 7 plus 9 is 16. Remainder is 3. Yeah, so this should be correct. Oh, wait a second. I think I got logic error here. Maybe my assumption is not correct. Okay, I'll worry out. I'll debug this later. I will debug this later. Should be greater and should be not equal than 1. Greater than 1. Can be done by hash map. Yeah, you should be able to done by hash map. I just use a set because I don't need to know the index of the i's and j's. Hi, Fury Nick. Good luck for contest. Yeah, good luck to everybody for the contest. Yeah. Yeah, sorry I don't oh, the email ID. Email ID is just Alex does LeetCode@gmail.com. So you can actually if you click on, let me see. I think if you click on my YouTube channel. Huh. Normally they'll say what the, so my email is just like Alex does LeetCode, name of my channel, at gmail.com. All right, hey, hi Prime Shine, welcome. Akshat Garg, welcome. You're new here. Is this your first contest? I've noticed that a lot of people who come in for the first contest, they they might struggle a little bit because the contest is the contest is kind of challenging. But yeah, welcome everybody. Good luck. Hi Kavia. Hello Mr. Mina. Okay, contest starting soon. 30 seconds. Hi Kemai, welcome back. Good to see you every week, Kemai. Sometime, not always. Yeah, I think for the people who just tried for first time, it's challenging. Fingers crossed for server. That's right, Fury Nick. It's not us who needs luck. It's LeetCode. LeetCode needs luck. All right. As usual, I do my contest on a different screen. So don't freak out if you don't see anything happen on my shared screen. Oh shit! I didn't register. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I didn't register. Fuck. Sorry. Okay. Loading, loading. Okay, server is not working for me. Hopefully it's working for you guys. Okay, now it's working for me. Clear digits. You're given a string S. Your task is to remove all digits by removing this. Delete the first digit and the closest non-digit to its left. Return the resulting string after removing all digits. Yes, working. Not able to see question in. Yeah. I don't. I can show the question. I can show the question. So I normally don't. I won't work on the same screen because I don't show the answers on the screen. I don't show the answers on the screen. But I will show the questions. I'll show the question. It's fine. This is kind of slow. First player to win K games in a row. N players 0 to N minus 1. Skills of N and positive K. Where skills? Oh, interesting. The competition process is as follows. First two players in the queue play a game. Okay. I'm going to put my screen on. It's so slow. Hey, Red Finance. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. The winner stays at the beginning of the queue. The loser goes to the end of it. The winner of the contest is the first person who wins K games in a row. Interesting. Okay, I see a question. In question 1, if you encounter a digit and there's no non-digit back, then you don't do anything. So if for instance you have C, B, 3, 4, 5, then this will give you empty screen. If it's like C, B, 3, 4, 5, A, then this will give you A. If on the 5 there's no non-digit to its left, then you don't do anything. It's not mentioned in the question. Yeah, it's not mentioned in the question. So you have to try it out yourself. But if you try it out, that's the behavior that you're gonna get. Oh, the server is super slow today. Every time I press the submit button, I have to wait a very long time. Please show answer. Yeah, sorry, Aniket, we don't show answer in this stream because it's a contest, right? So we have to play by the rules. We have to be fair. If you have questions, you can ask it. I'll give you some. I'll clarify questions, like the Web Sleek was asking, and I will give very, very, very gentle hints, but no code will ever be shared. And don't share code with each other either, because you share code, and LeetCode has an automatic duplicate code detection system. It's so easy to catch. They'll catch you and they will ban you. That's the fastest way to get banned. If somebody else use the same code as you. Yeah. So don't share code on this channel. I will have to kick you too if you try to share code either on the channel or use this as a way to find other people, because that's cheating. Yeah, question 2 is interesting. So you might think that question 2 you can simulate the whole array. You cannot, because question 2, k is hella large, 10 to power 9. So you simulate the whole array, you're not gonna be successful. So you have to think of something else. Think about what is the main case, what's the obvious case, and then think about the edge case. The obvious case is easy. The edge case is the tricky one. This is very slow. The server is so slow today. Yeah, thanks for understanding, Aniket. But try yourself. We'll talk about the answers at the end. LeetCode, yeah, LeetCode keeps crashing. Yes. BC, because LeetCode sponsored today? I don't know. I don't know how the sponsors work. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not right. Let me see. Any other questions? Question 1. Took 12 minutes to submit. Yeah, it's super lagging. And I try to do. I used to use LeetCode as IDE. Yeah, that's not a good idea. I probably want to fire up Visual Studio. Or Replit. Yeah, actually Replit would be good. Do you guys need some help for question 1? So question 1 should be I think is quite straightforward. So you need to remove all digits. Basically, you need a for loop of some kind, right? For loop to go through all the characters in S. If it's for loop to go through all the characters in S, and then you have you have to check, is this a digit? If it's a digit, do something. If it's not a digit, do something else. If it's not a digit, then you keep it in the result. If it is a digit, then you don't put it in the result and you remove something from the result. Yeah, you can figure out. Use stack, yes. But I can't figure it out. Yeah. So you use stack. Question 2, I don't think it's DP. I'm still working on it actually. I'm still working on it. Question 2 is so hard for question 2. Normally question 2s are very easy. Also 4 points only. Making us work so hard for 4 points. How could you? And keep crashing. This LeetCode, horrible. Yeah. So give it a try. Who was that asking for question 1? Yeah, so wasting your life. Oh no. Your name sounds so painful. Wasting my life. Give it a try for question 1. If you still can't get it, we'll talk about it at the end of the contest. So because it's a contest, so I can't just show the answers. But I think people are giving pretty helpful hints. I cannot submit for question 2. So let's see. So for question 2, I don't know whether this will be unrated or not. It's very slow. I think LeetCode is having problems. I feel like somebody is DDoSing LeetCode for the past few weeks. Almost 20 minutes ago, I also cannot submit question 2. So question 2, you have a skill. Okay, look at all these examples. Right? Look at these examples. If you think about it, here's my hint. If K is very large, let's say 10 to the power of 100, right? Super large number. If K is super large, is like very big, who is going to win? If K is very big, who's going to win? If there are 5 people, and you need to win 1,000 games to win, who's going to win? Well, the person who is the best player is going to win. Right? You think about it. If K is very large, the person who is the most skillful player will win. In this case, K equals to 2. But if K is 1,000, this 9 is definitely going to win. Because eventually 9 will beat everybody and go to the front and then beat everybody else. What if K is not very large? If K is small, what happens? For instance, in this example, K is only 2. So 6 beat 4 and 6 beat 3 to win. 6 didn't even have to play 9. If 6 has to play 9, he's never going to win. Correct? So think about it. So that's my hint to you guys for now. So when the hint is, if K is very large, then the most skillful person is going to win. If K is very small, then maybe somebody less skillful, like this number 6 here, can win by beating people before he faces the stronger players. So for 6 to win, 6 must beat. For 6 to win, 6 has to 6 has to win the game before he faces number 9, or else number 9 will crush him. Okay. A sequence of integers seek is called good if there's at most k indices I such that seek I not equals seek I plus 1. At most k equals. Return the maximum possible good length of a subsequence of k. Maximum possible good length. Or subsequence, not subarray. Okay, so this, yeah. 15 minutes of website. So wasting my life. How do you quantify small in question 2? Great question. I want you to think about it. If k is large, right? You think if k is large, you have to beat number 9, right? So what is small? Depends. Maybe it depends on where you are in the queue. If you start very early in the queue, then there's a lot of like newbies at the front that you can beat up on. If you're the second last person in the queue, then maybe it doesn't help. Yeah. So think about it a little bit. Question 3. I'm not going to do question 3. I'm going to do question 4. Because 3 and 4 is the same question. It's just the harder version. The only difference is the input size is larger. You see the input size is 10 to the power of 3. So I'm going to see if I can do question 4 first. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm going to come to regret my decision. But yeah, question 3 and 4 are the same. So I'm going to try and do the sort of harder problem. And use the harder problem for this index range. I know. I still could not submit also. Yeah, so Zephyr, ego time start. Yeah, you probably don't want to put any code here. And if you put this kind of code here, people can't help you anyway. Unknown error means the server is down. It means it's not your fault. It means that LeetCode is being mean to all of us. Yeah, I'm struggling to even run my program. Hmm. Seek I not equals seek I plus 1. Huh. I misunderstand the question. And most k indexes. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me read. Sorry. What's unknown error? Think of simulation. So her month. I'm gonna ask you not to spam. Yeah, add an edge case that will not lead to TLE. Yeah, I don't know whether it's submitted. I'm still trying to submit. Still unknown error. I'm pretty sure my answer is correct, but it keeps giving me unknown error. I'm actually working on question 3 now. Can you use deck, Praveen? Which one are you talking about? You mean if you're talking about question 1? Yes. In question 2, you can, sure. I don't think you need it. I don't know if you need it. But yeah, you can definitely use the deck. Even yeah. Solved by unordered map. Still trying to submit question 2. Okay. So question 3 is definitely a DP problem. Okay, let me read. Sorry, I missed the LeetCode server still running slow. How do you define big K? Yes. So Ukash Chitora, yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Maybe it depends on how many people. If there are 5 people, right? If you're 5 people, and you want to, and you have to beat 4 people, that means you need to beat everybody. That means this K is big. But you only need to beat 1 person. Maybe you can sneak that in. Yeah? In fact, you don't. So in fact, I don't think you actually have to define big K. Check the small first. Just check small. See, anybody can. So the thing is, if you're not the strongest player, you need to win in the first round. First round, you need to win. If you cannot win in the first round, you're done. Yeah, the server is horrible. Yes. Yeah, I still cannot submit question 2. So for question 3, I'm still working on question 3. I think it's a DP problem. That's my hint, and that's where I got so far. So I don't know if I can help you more than that. So question 3 and question 4 are the same. Explain question 3? Yeah. I'll explain question 3. Okay, so question 3. It says here, you're given nums and a non-negative integer k. A sequence of seek is called good if there are at least god damn it. So it's good if seek I is, and most sequences where seek I is not seek I plus 1. Okay? So what does this mean? What does seek I not equals seek I plus 1 mean? Means that there was a change. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In this sequence, is it good? Yes. Because seek I, for all values of I, seek I equals to I plus 1. Right? They're all the same number. So 2, 2, 2. Also good. Okay? What about 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3? Well, this would be okay if k equals to 1. Larger or equals to 1. Oh. If k is larger or equals to 1, this will be good. If k equals to 0, then this will be bad, because there's a change here. Seek I is not the same as seek I plus 1. Does that make sense? So you see how many times basically how many times it changed in the sequence. So note that this is not the number of numbers in the sequence. So for instance, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. This one, k is equals to 2. Okay? Because there's one change here and one time it changed here. So this seek I not equals to seek I plus 1. So this thing happened twice, here and here. So k is the limit on how many times this change happens. Was that helpful? I hope that was helpful. I don't know if this is unrated. Any hint for unknown solution? If it's an unknown solution, I don't know if I can give any hints on that. So my strategy for question 3 and 4 is the same. I'm going to use some kind of DP. I'm not going to say exactly what the DP is, because I'm also figuring it out. But yeah. I haven't studied DP yet. Can I solve it? I don't know. That's a good question. Actually, I'm also trying to solve it. You know, I don't know the answer yet. I think it's 2-dimensional DP. 3-dimensional. I think it's 2-dimensional, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me read the chat. Yeah. Took another 12 minutes to submit question 2. I'm sorry, Abhishek. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. It's not my fault. It's LeetCode. It's not your fault or my fault. LeetCode is being a jerk. TLE on question 3. Oh, you're doing pretty well. I haven't even finished the solution. Yeah, I'm doing a DP. So I'm solving solve 3 and 4 at the same time. So hopefully I get it, because if I don't get it, then I'm kind of screwed. I don't even have question 3. Yeah. Any hint for question 2? Yeah, hint for question 2. So hint for question 2. So the hint is, if K is very big, if you have to play everybody, then you're host. The only chance you have for people to win is if they can win in the first round. If you cannot win in the first round, then you're done. So in order to do this, what you want to do is basically in the first round, what it means that you play people after you. You can only play people after you. So basically, you just go down the row. Like for example, 2, 4, 6, 3, 9. 4 needs to win 2 times, right? So you do a queue. You do the simulation. 4 needs to beat 2. Yes. 4 needs to beat 6. Oops. 4 failed. So now it's 6 turn. 6 needs to beat 6 beat 4 already. So it gets 1 point. 6 needs to beat 3. 2 points. And 6 passes. So you do the simulation. Except you do the simulation only once. Once you reach the end of the queue, you don't continue the simulation. If you reach the end of the queue, whoever is at the beginning of who's leading will win the rest. Because that person is the biggest number. And that person will never lose again. Forever. I hope that was helpful. So question 3. So question 3 is, I'll repeat the explanation one more time. So question 3 is about seek, right? What's a good array? A good array means the number of times this happens is smaller or equals to k. So what does this mean? Seek I is not equal to seek I plus 1. It means that there was a change. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The number of times this thing happened is 0. So k is 0 or whatever k is, this is that fine. This is always good. 2, 2, 2. The number of times there was a change, also 0. So this is always good. 2, 3, 3, 3. There's one change, right? Seek I not equals to seek I plus 1. Seek I not equals to seek I plus 1. This 2 to 3 here. There's one change. So this will only be good if k is 1 or greater. Yeah. And so on and so forth. So yeah, I got to concentrate because I need to finish up question 4. If I don't finish question 4, then I get 0 points for question 3. Since I'm using the same answer for both of them. So I may not be able to be super responsive. Yeah, I hope that explanation was helpful to you, Abhishek. So basically, seek I not equals seek I plus 1 means that there was a change. So you see it in this example. K equals to 0, right? You cannot change. That cannot change. So 1, 1 is a longer sequence that doesn't change at all. Whereas in this k equals 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, there were 2 changes. So you're allowed to change 2 times. Okay, I'll try one last time. Sorry, this is the last time I can give this explanation because I really have to do my own work. Okay, so in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, k equals to 0, right? K equals 0 means that you cannot change at all. Your whole subsequence must be identical. So the longest identical subsequence is 1, 1. If I make this, if this was k equals to 1 instead, if this is k equals to 1, then the longest subsequence can be 1, 5 or 1, 2. These are all allowed because there's one change here. So note that if k equals to 1 in this example, the longest subsequence is still of length 2 because 1, 2, 1 is 2 changes. 1 change, 2 change. So this is basically when the number changed. Seek I not equals seek I plus 1. That means number changed, right? Here the number changed twice. So if k equals to 2, when k equals to 2, then the longest subsequence will be length 3. Does that make sense? I hope that was helpful to people. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't explain anymore. I need to do my own work. So good luck, folks. I'll pop into a chat from time to time, but I really have to focus. Especially since LeetCode is so slow. Uh, all right. Okay, let me come back to this. Sorry, I'm also rushing for time a little bit because I have to work on my questions. Wherever test case, yeah, max present, yeah. One hint, I can't go back to one. 1 1 1 1 1 should be 5 whenever k is whatever k is right. Yeah, Fury Nick, you're exactly right. Third question. So I can share the solution for third question. I'm going for DP. You can try. I haven't answered it. Like I said, I'm still working on it. I don't know whether I've got the right answer. But Spash Mahajan, I also thought about knapsack. That was my first thought. At first, I thought this must be a knapsack, but I'm not sure. I don't know whether it's knapsack or DP. So you can try. Yeah, so, yeah. But I like the way you're thinking, Spash Mahajan. I think it's DP. When I first look at it, I also thought it's knapsack. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't explain question 3 again. But, if I finish up my contest, then I'll come back and I'll explain the older questions. Yeah, you got TLE on knapsack. Yeah. Yeah, you need memorization. Do you get TLE for question 3? Needs tabulation, yeah. Yeah, you definitely need memo. But I'm curious how the knapsack will work out. I feel like knapsack might be able to work. It's so slow to run. God dang it. And I'm not set up on VS Code. You need a DP to store the memo. I don't know if you need DP to store the memo. $1.7K submissions for question 4. Yeah. I think the competitive integrity of LeetCode is very suspect. I feel like there's, yeah, I don't know. Oh no, it's 1.7K people tried. Only 200 accepted. That's different. That I can believe. Okay, TLE 6 times, yeah. By using queues. Yeah, so cam I, my hint is the big and small. I'm pretty sure you you did the simulation right. You just need to stop when you reach the person who's the winner. If the strongest, the best player got to the front of the queue, they are not leaving. So the moment the strongest player gets to the front of the queue, you stop. You're like, okay, this guy is gonna win. You don't need a hash map. You can use a queue. I didn't even use a queue. I didn't use any data structure. Okay. I'm running question 4. Hopefully I get it to pass. While that's happening, I'm gonna submit for question 3. Because it's the same question. And it's so slow. Wrong answer. Ah, damn it. Oh! You can go back in time in the stream. I didn't realize that. Oh, that's so clever, Real Murphy. Thank you. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. Okay. This is 1, 1, 2. Huh. I'm still working on D. Question 4. I'm pretty sure I got the right answer, but there's a bug in my program. I'm using DP. I'm pretty sure this is the right answer. So hopefully I fix it within the next 20 minutes. So I can get a ranking and not be screwed on my ranking. Okay. Oh, yes. Question 4 accepted. So question 3 should also be accepted. If question 3 not accepted, I'll be very angry. Yes. All right, cool. Now I can answer questions full time. I can give hints. Okay, awesome. I've managed to finish all 4 questions of the contest. I'm so happy about this. Oh my god. Finally. It's extra difficult because I have to juggle between the stream. Yeah, but I have a lot of I also have more than 15 minutes of error. Okay, cool. Let me see. Okay, let me try and help for question 3 first. So I actually don't know what's the answer for question 3, but I can tell you for question 4, I use DP. I use 2-dimensional DP. And I'm not gonna give you the solution, but I'll try to like illustrate a little bit without being too obvious about it. Okay, let's say you have 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, right? You have DP. Then somewhere along the line, there's k equals to 0, k equals to 1, k equals to 2. Okay, so this can be your structure. And then so that's all the hints I want to give, because I feel like people told me feedback is I shouldn't give the answer in stream. So think about it this way, just try to figure out for yourself, right? Let's say this is your input, your nums, right? When k equals 0, what is the best solution for this? What's the best solution for this? What's the best? Okay? And then k equals to 1, what's the best solution for this? Right? And so let's say k equals to 1, right? You are here. How do you figure out the best solution for this? Based on everything you know here, based on all the information here, as well as all the information here. How do you find out the answer for this? So think about it yourself. It's a 2-dimensional DP. Yeah, 2D TP. Yeah. So think about it a little bit. I because the last time I gave like the straight up algorithm, and then people said it's still the contest, and they're right. So I don't want to give the answer. The only hint I'm going to give is a 2-dimensional DP. You want to solve each row at a time. And for every item, you need to think about how do I use the previous information plus the previous row to help me. So for each box, how can I use the information on my left as well as the information in the previous row to help me fill in this box? If that's still not enough for you, don't worry. At the end of the contest, we'll go through all 4 questions. Yeah, so that's my hint. Yeah. I have one more hint is for 3DP works. Yeah, nice. So Kemi, do you manage to do question 4? Oh, memorization works. Okay. Nice. Congratulations. So you managed to solve all 4 questions too. Good job. (3DDP) for question 3. Yeah, okay. Satyam Raj, you're on the right track. I'm not gonna tell you I know how to fix your problem, but I want you to think about it a little bit. Do you need all the information above? Let's say you okay. Think about it this way, okay? Let's say you are solving you're trying to fill in the box for this, okay? You're trying to fill in this box. What information do you need to fill in this box? You need information here, right? And you need information like here, right? Do you need this one? Do you still need this row? Do you still need this row? So think about it yourself. I can't give you the answer, right? You have to figure out yourself. Right? But hint, I think it's fair. Yeah. So think about it yourself. Can sliding window, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so for fourth one is a DP. That's all I can say. I don't want to give you the specific answers. Because the thing is yeah, because otherwise it's unfair to people. It's still a contest. When we'll go through it at the end. So Mary Gamer, n square, n times 25. So n times n is not gonna work. Because if you look at what is n? N is 5 times 10 to the power of 3. Wait, is this 3 or 4? Oh, this is 4. So n is 5,000. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it won't work. N times 25. It should work, right? Yeah, it should work. Okay, question 2. Yeah, I can talk a bit more on question 2. So question 2. So question 2, how do I say this? Yeah, question 2. If let's simulate one cycle. So you start with 4. 4 is the winner. 2 comes along to challenge him. Does 2 win? No. So 2 is out. So question this first player, the number 4, gets 1 point. Then 6 comes to challenge win. What happens? 6 wins, right? So 4 dies, 6 is now ahead, and 6 gets 1 point. And now 3 comes to challenge 6. What happens to 3? 3 loses, 6 gets 2 points, right? So when this happens, 6 will win the game. 6 will win the game because 2 points. And k equals to 2. Okay? So notice that you can only win on the first round. Because if k equals to 3, if you need 3 points to win, on the next round, 9 will come and challenge 6. And then 6 will get killed. And 9 will get a point. And once 9 is in front, 9 will stay in front forever. Everybody comes to 9, everybody will lose to 9. 9 is the champion. So when the champion is ahead, the champion is going to win the game. The moment the champion gets to the front of the queue, the champion is automatically going to win the game. The only way to win is to win the game before the champion comes in. So that's what 6 did here. 6 beat 4 and 6 beat 3. So you can simulate the queue, right? You can do the simulation, right? Yeah, so you do the simulation and just watch for when, the most powerful player comes in and he starts kicking everybody's butt. Yeah, so give that a try. That's all I'm willing to say for now. I think that's like a fair amount of hints. It's still a contest, so I don't want to give all the answers away. Yeah. So question 3, I don't know the question 3. Question 4 is a 2D DP. That's all I'm willing to say. It's some kind of 2-dimensional DP. You know standard DP, right? You go incrementally, and then you fill in the blanks, right? Let's say your I is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so when I equals 2, what's the value for the dp value for I equals 2? Well, depend on what's the value for I equals to 1 and y equals 0. So use the information before you to incrementally fill in the dp table. So that's all I'm willing to say. But if you need more help than that, yeah. Or I can explain the question, sorry. If you want to explain the question, I can do that. But if you need more help for a solution than that, I will go through once the contest is over. So another 13 minutes. So the question, let me quickly explain. So if you have integer array nums and non-negative integer k, seek is good if there's at most k indices in the range such that seek I not equals seek I plus 1. What does seek I not equals seek I plus 1 means? It means that seek I equals seek I plus 1. It means that it's the same number. Okay? So for instance, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. How many times does seek I not equals seek I plus 1? Is 0, because they are all exactly the same. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. How many times? 2 times, because 1 time seek I not equals seek I plus 1, and then 1 time seek I not equals seek I plus 1. Okay, so that's what the question is asking you for. So basically what you want to do is, given a value for k, you need to find the longest possible subsequence that looks like this. There's minimum number of changes. So you have like long stretches of the same number with a minimum number of changes. The number of changes where you change from one number to the next number is smaller or equals to k. So that's what this question is asking you for. That's why in this example, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, k equals to 2. Okay, if you're allowed to change your number twice, you can start from 1, you can go to 2, that's changed once, and then you go back to 1, and then you go back to 1, right? So it changes twice. So the answer is 1, 2, 1, 1 for a length of 4. You cannot add the 3. If you add the 3, you'll change one more time, then k equals to 3. If you add the 3, then there will be a third change. K will equals to 3. So this will not work. So this will not be a good sequence. So a good sequence looks like this. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that was helpful. Is that a helpful explanation? If you guys still have questions, just write in the chat. Because I think I sort of explained what the question is asking for. So if you should be clear what the question is asking for. Let me give you another example, like a random example I cook up. Let's say your input is, since I have a lot of spare time. Wow. This is the fastest I've completed 4 questions ever. Okay, so let's say the input is 1, 5, 1, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6. Okay? What is the longest subsequence? And let's say k equals to 0. When k equals to 0, what's the longest subsequence? The longest subsequence is 1, 1, 1, 1. The length is 4. Right? It's very obvious. Because when k equals 0, you cannot change you cannot have seek I not equals to seek I ever. So seek I must be equals to seek I plus 1 for the all of seek. So length is going to be 4. Only 1, 1, 1, 1 will work. What about when k equals to 1? When k equals to 1 is a bit fancier. So 11166 will be the best when k equals to 1, because there's one change here. You go from 1 to 6. There's one time sec I not equals to sec I plus 1. And your length is equals to 6. Oh no, length is not 6. Your length is equals to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about k equals to 2? When k equals to 2, you can change 2 times, right? So what's the best way to change 2 times? I think is 1116. Oh, you can actually do 666. I didn't see that. I think it's still 111666. You can also do something like 111661, which would be the same length. It's still length 6. But you cannot do this. This is not allowed because it's 1 change, 2 change, 3 change. This is not allowed. So basically, k is the number of times your number changed throughout your sequence. Number of changes. I hope that was helpful. Yeah. Why deck is failed in Q2? So ChemI, if you use a deck and you did the simulation correctly, then the only thing you need to do is to check. Make sure that when the boss, the strongest player, gets to the front, the game is over. He's going to win. I'm not able to optimize it. Yeah, so Ashura, I'm going to ask you not to do that. Yeah, first of all, thank you for asking. I really appreciate you asking, but I'm going to ask you not to do that now. Wait another 7 minutes. Once the contest ends, then we can share as much code as you want. Because we don't want to share code during the contest. It's considered cheating. It gives, yeah. The deck should work. Deck should work. I didn't use a deck. I just used a for loop, but a lot of people use deck. It might be just a bug. Yeah. I hope you get it, ChemI. You solve off. You can solve, if you can get it within the next few minutes, you can solve all 4 questions. Anit Kumar, in what language do you solve questions? I solve them in Python. So I solve all LeetCode in Python. And I do most of when I do ML projects, I do in Python also. So actually most of my coding these days is like small ML projects, because Python works really well in ML. If I want to build a big application, then I would probably use Java, because that's the language I use the most in my life. Fury Nick only do question 3, but question 4 TLE. Oh, so close, so close. I hope you get it. I think if you do the 2D DP correctly, you should be able to pass question 4. So let me read if there are any old questions. Yeah. How are you good at DSA? So I actually want to answer that question. So there's a difference between being good at DSA and being good at competitive programming, like LeetCode. So to get good at LeetCode, just do a lot. Just do a lot. Get good at DSA, LeetCode helps to a point. But having seen many examples, so it's a bit of it is experience. So if you see a lot of examples, then you'll notice, you'll start to pick up new patterns. So that's how you get good at DSA. So my recommendation is don't study. Like, depends on what you want. If you want to get good at LeetCode, then study. If you want to become a better programmer, or you want to pass technical interview, then study specific things. Yeah, it's better to like, if you want to become a good engineer, the best way is to read other people's code. Let me see. Are there any other questions? Sorry, I had to miss a lot. Path Hanan, can sliding window be used in Q3? I don't think sliding window can be used in Q3. And you shouldn't use a sliding window because it's a subsequence, not a subarray. So subsequence, you don't have to pick you don't have to pick all the numbers in order. You can skip some. So the sliding window is not super helpful. Softer, yes, good job, Abhishek. Quickly, just copy paste into 4. Just quickly copy paste into Q4 and see whether it works. Maybe you're lucky. Q4 and Q3 is the same question, but Q4 is slower. It's like larger input. So if you solve 3, just copy into 4 and then see whether it works. Q4 can be done using memo. If you're using a knapsack, I didn't try the knapsack. Yeah. Don't worry, Kemai. I think, honestly, if you can do question 3, I think you did a good job. That's what I personally feel, right? Question 3 is not easy. And I feel like, so Kemai, I feel like you sound like you're pretty close on question 2. We'll go through it later in like 2 minutes when the contest ends. Can Q4, will you be live on contest? So Do Dragon, I stream bi-weekly when there is bi-weekly. If there's no bi-weekly, I stream the weekly. So when there's bi-weekly, I don't stream the weekly. I only stream 1 contest a week. Yeah, but thanks, Do Dragon. I'm happy to see you again. Yeah, I'm always happy to see familiar names, not faces, because I've never seen your face. Yeah. Okay, so the contest is about to end. I'm gonna go get a swig of water. Good job, Jen KS. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a swig of water, and then we're gonna discuss all the answers. But while people are here, once again, if you like my content, make sure you just like this stream right now. Just click like on the stream. You can write comments. You want to talk to me. I look at all my comments. You can ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about LeetCode, or you can ask me like. I've actually been asking around because most of you are from India. I have a lot of friends from India, even though I'm not from there, working in the US. So I've been trying to look around, see if they have information about internship opportunities and all that. So if you're Indian and that's something you're interested in, write in the comment and let me know. I might be able to find out information for you, even though I'm not from India. There's a lot of very good Indian programmers in America. There's like crazy amounts. So once again, remember, like and subscribe. Drink water. I'll be right back. 1 second. Do Dragon, are you Vietnamese? Nice. I was born in Singapore, so it's not that far away. But now I'm based in the US. 34,000 people in contest. Yeah, alright. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll go through all 4 questions, but the first few will be quick because I feel like most people got the first question. Okay. Cool. Once again, for the people who are here, very nice, Abhishek. So you copy and paste, and you got it in time. Good job. Sometimes, if you're lucky, right? Like, it's the same question. So, if you're not lucky, but, sometimes it just works out that way. Okay. Recursive DP. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe okay. Let me figure out a way for you guys to share code with me in the future, but only with me, and only after the contest. Not during. During contest, no code sharing. But let me figure that out for future contests. Okay, let me read my script. This is for the people who watch this VOD on YouTube afterwards, so they can jump to this point and then start watching from there. We are discussing solutions for LeetCode weekly contests. Oh, sorry. We are discussing solutions for LeetCode bi-weekly contest 132. Jump to specific questions using timestamps in the video description. If you enjoy LeetCode contents, make sure to check out rest my channel. Look for solutions to the hardest problems in previous contests, as well as to daily problems, and as well as tips and general technology tips. As usual, like and subscribe to stay up to date on new videos. Alrighty, I think a lot of like a shocking number of you guys actually managed to get all 4 questions. So first of all, I am very proud of you. I'm so happy. But having said that, let's jump in to the solutions right away, starting from question 1. Clear digits. You're given a string S. Your task is to remove all digits by doing this. Delete the digit and delete the non-digit character to its left. Okay, so for instance, A, B, C, no digit, don't do anything. C, B, 3, 4. C, B, 3 is a digit, so you delete B. 4 is a digit, so you delete C. If there's nothing on its left, then you don't do anything. So solution for this, I'm not going to spend too much time, is pretty straightforward. I have like a accumulator result. If it's a digit, if it's not a digit, I just add to the result. If it is a digit, then I don't add to the result, and not only that, I remove one thing from the end of result. And once I've done that, result, because it's a list, I need to return a string, so I just join it using this join function in Python and turn it back to a string. Okay, I think there should be no questions on this. A small sort of like trick I found is that sometimes somebody asks this question in chat, right? What if there's an extra digit and there's nothing on the left? Sometimes the question doesn't specify. So what you want to do, just run it and then see what happens. Okay, question 2. This is for you, Kamai. Find the first player to win K games in a row. So competition consists of n players numbered 0 to n-1. You are given an array skills of size n and a k, where skills I is the skill of the player I, all integers. So you basically get a bunch of people. This is their skill. Okay? And you get them in a row. You get them in a row. And you sort of like, I don't know what this contest is called. Like Swiss, or I think it's called the Swiss format. So you start with 4, and then 2 will challenge 4. 2 is smaller than 4, so 2 losers, 2 get out. And then now 6 will challenge 4. 6 is bigger, so now 4 gets out. And then now 3 will challenge 6. 3 losers, so 3 is like the king of the hill. I think that's what it's called. King of the hill. So this is basically you do a simulation. Yeah. Now the way and then the first person to win K games wins. Now the first thing to notice is that when K is very large, and the most powerful player gets to the front, this number 9, the number 9 gets to the front, you're done. Number 9 is the winner. Number 9 is so strong. Right? Once number 9 gets to the front, nobody will be able to beat him. Number 9 will stay there forever and win the rest of the tournament. So the only way anybody else can win is they can win before number 9 gets there. So how do I do this? Let me see if you can refresh. Let me find the answer. Oh, doesn't allow me to find the answer. Okay, here we go. So basically what happens is, if K is very large, then you just return the person who wins, the strongest player. If not, then you do a simulation, right? You go down the sequence. For each person, you need to win K games. So my code here, unfortunately, is a little bit messier than it should be. The first person needs to win, everybody needs to win K games in order to win. Okay? First person only needs, everybody other than the first person actually gets to kick one guy out so you can win people after them. So that's what this for loop is doing. Okay? And if you win K games, then you're out. If somebody beats you before you win, then your 1 is equals to false. And if you reach the end, then you just return the strongest player. You've gone one round, you've done one round in the simulation, you return strongest player. So I think if you get a TLE here, this probably means that you didn't stop when you reach the strongest player. Okay, so question 3. So question 3, I don't technically have an answer for question 3, but I'll go through question 4 instead. Okay, because question 3 and 4 are the same. It's very slow. Okay, let's explain what the question is asking for. So question 3 and 4 are actually the same. The only difference is the size of the input. So in this contest, I solved question 4 right away. I just used the same answer for question 3 since it's very fast. So let's explain the question first. So seek I equals so you're given an integer array nums and a non-negative integer k. A sequence is called good if there are at most k indexes such that seek I is not the same as seek I plus 1. What does seek I not the same as seek I plus 1 means? It means that they are different. So you want to minimize the number of times. You want to make sure the number of times the value changes. Seek I is different from seek I plus 1. You want to make sure that is k or less. So for instance, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In this case, there were no changes. For all values of I, seek I is the same as seek I plus 1, right? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 is the same. So k equals 0. So in this sequence 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, k equals 2 because there's 2 changes. 1 change here when 1 becomes 2. Seek I not equals I, and 2 from 2 to 3. Okay? So, going through some worked example. Let's say 1, 2, 1, 1, 3. Okay, and k equals to 2. Okay, the longest sequence you can get is 1, 2, 1, 1 because there's 1 change here and there's 1 change here. So we're good. And the length is 4. You add a 3, there'll be 1 more change here, then this will be no good. So you cannot add the 3. So this is the longest subsequence. So note that this is the longest subsequence, not longest subarray. So you can actually, for instance, this is also a valid because 1, 1, 1, 3, it changed once, but 1 is smaller than k equals 2, so 1 is smaller than 2, that's still okay. And the length is going to be 4. So actually this is actually a sort of technically better answer. So when k equals to 1, you can do this. Okay. So dry run for 1, 1, 1, 3, 3 equals to 2. 1, 1, 1. Okay. Let me read the comments to make sure people are following. Okay. So let's say 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3 and k equals to 2. Then the longest sequence you have is 1, 1, 1, 3, 3 because there's only one place where seek I is not the same as seek I plus 1. Right? There's only one time when it changed. Okay? So the whole sequence is valid. Let me see. Any other questions? Okay, cool. So what's the strategy here? The strategy here is you want a 2-dimensional DP. You want a 2-dimensional DP. And how do you know you want a 2-dimensional DP? Because when you look at the question, there's a few hints. The first hint is that there's this K. And solving K equals to 0, super easy. Solving K equals to 1 is a little bit harder. K equals 2, even a little bit harder, right? So it gets harder the larger K is. Second thing is you have a sequence. So when it's sequence, you know, you need some kind of, normally there's like some DP-ish afoot. Or at least that's what I think. Okay, so how does the DP work? Well, you're going to initialize the 2-dimensional DP table. And I'll show you how to make this even faster later. So Mary Gamer, maybe. You can have some kind of paste bin. If you can send me a paste bin in the chat, I'll take a look at it. So the way to answer this question is to use a 2-dimensional DP. First, I want to answer the question for K equals to 0. Okay? And K equals 0, and when I equals to 1 and K equals 0, then obviously the answer is 1, right? Because the longest good sequence you can have with just 1, you're going to ignore all these other people. You just look at this 1. It's going to be 1. Okay? What about 2? The longest sequence you can have is going to be 1. Because at this point, you have 1 or you have 2. You can't do anything. What about this one? Yes, it's going to be 2. Length 2, because you can have a 1 and 1. So when your input is 1, 2, 1, and K equals 0, the longest good subsequence you can have is of length 2, is 1 and 1. And this one, likewise, is length 3. And then this one is again length 1. Right? So this is how this is how I think about it. It's going to be length 1. Because this 3 is, you know, the best you can do is what you're going to do, right? You're the only 3. Okay? That's when K equals 0 and you can't change anything at all. So when K equals 1, that's where things get interesting. So when K equals 1 at index 1, this is 1 again. So at this point, you have two choices. A, you can extend the previous 2 you have seen. Or B, you can get the let's call it switch. Or B, you can switch. Okay? If you extend, you're the first 2 you've ever seen. So if you extend, the value is going to be 1. If you switch, what does switch means? Switch means that you can pick any number. Extend means that you must pick the previous same number as you. Switch means you can pick any number, but it will cost you 1k, right? Because you're actually switching. You're switching a new number, so your k is equal to k plus 1. So your extend is basically you get the max of your current row with the same number as you. Switch means you get the max of previous row with no limitations. Okay? So you can either extend or you can switch. So in this case, if you extend, well, this is going to be 1. If you switch, is actually going to be 2. Because your maximum, your previous maximum was 1, right? So you can see that this is 2. Okay? So you apply the same logic here. So for this third item, Let me see if people are following. Yeah, exactly. For any remaining k, you can actually extend using the same number. So here, this 1, I can either extend. Where do I extend from? If I extend from, is it going to be this guy. Extend this guy. So I'll be 2. Okay. Oops. So extend here. Let me use a different color. So extend. I'm going to be 2. I'm going to extend from here. And then I can switch. Switch is going to be this one. Also 2. So the best I've seen from my previous row is this guy. Which means this is also 2. So 1, you can again extend. Extend is definitely going to be better. And then here, for 3, do you extend or do you switch? Well, if you extend, it's going to be 1. Yeah, if you extend, it's going to be 1. Because there's no 3s before you. But if you switch, what happens? If you switch, then you can pick the best from here, which is actually this 3 here, is the best, which gives you 4. Okay, that's so. What does this 4 means? It means that you can construct a sequence with k equals to 1 of length 4 that ends with 3. So that's what this 4 is doing. Does that make sense? So that's the crux of the DP. You just fill in the row, and for each element item in the row, you can. There's 2 choices, right? You can either extend, which is you find the last guy in the same row as you with the same number as you, and you add 1 to it, or you find any guy, any number, doesn't matter, from the previous row, and you see which one is bigger. Okay, and then I'll do, yeah, just to belabor the point, I'm gonna do this one more row. Okay, just to belabor the point a little bit. Okay, so what about this case? K equals to 2. 1, again, you have no choice, right? 1. 2, do you 2, you can extend. So extend is gonna suck because extend is the last person, there's no 2 before you, so extend is going to be 1. Or you can switch. Switch, you get the max of the previous one, this 1. Right? So switch is better. Switch will give you 2. What about this one? 1. 1 here you can extend for this. Okay? If you extend, you get 1, 1. That's going to be of length 2. Or you can switch. Switch, you can actually look at the best of the previous row. So this is actually the best of previous row. So if you switch, you actually get 3 because of this guy right here. And the intuition here, you know that that's correct. Because you can actually form 1, 2, 1, length 3, k equals to 2. Right? So same thing, this one you extend or you switch. Well, extend is definitely better because your previous guy is 3. And this one, do you extend or switch? Well, you have to switch because extend sucks. So this is also 4. So here you have one more answer. One more answer that is 4 when k equals 2, which is 1, 2, 1, 1. This is the answer that they gave in the example. Right? Okay. So let's turn that into code. Yeah. So let's turn that to code. So the only thing you have to watch out for is when you extend. Yeah, when you extend, you need to find the last person with the same number as you, right? So, and when you switch, you need to find the best person from the previous row, right? So I have two Basically, I have two data structures here. DP will be this. Will be all the numbers here. Max will tell me what is the max from the previous row. I use this max when I check for my switch. And then the last thing I need to use is last. Last is to check for extend. Because when I extend, I need to know, let's say I'm a 1 here, right? I'm a 1 here. Where's my previous 1? If I'm going to go backwards and search for a previous one, it's very slow. So I use a dictionary or hash map, same thing. Call it last to tell me where's the last time I saw the number 1. So basically what I do, the first thing I do is I fill in this for k equals to 0. Okay. And then for each k, I just increase the k each time. I just repeat this k times. I create a new row. So one trick I use is instead of creating a giant table with 25 rows, I only use 2 rows. When I'm done with the first row, I throw it away. I swap to the next row. So I always keep the current row and the previous row. So basically extend tells me, basically this is my code here. Extend. So extend is, nums are in last. So I've seen it before. Then if I've seen it before, then if I extend, then it will be whatever value it is the last time I saw this plus 1. So let's say this 1, I've seen it before. The last time I saw it was 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. If I want to switch, then I look at the previous row. So mx2. So mx2 is the max from the previous row. I actually don't need dp2. I just check what is the best I've seen from the previous row plus 1. I have to use the previous row because in this case when I switch, I need to basically switching costs me 1k. It costs me 1 2k. Yeah, and then I just fill in the whole thing and then I return essentially the max. Oh, I don't know why this returns 0. Yeah, so the max. And that's it. That's for question 4. Yeah, alright. Let me try to read. That was quite a long explanation because question 4 is not that easy. I feel like if you're close to getting it, you'll understand. But if you're not close to getting it, then it's kind of hard to sneak it in. For any, you can extend the next one. So when it's not equal, we get dp minus 1, dp minus k. When it's not equal, what do you mean by not equal? So you can switch or extend. So extend means that you look for the last occurrence of this number and then you add 1 to its dp value. Yeah, it's difficult to visualize. Yeah. So if you write out the dp table by hand, which is what I did, the first thing I do is at the dp table, I fill in the whole dp table by hand. Exactly like where did it go? Yeah, exactly this. I fill in this whole table by hand. And so it's easier. Yeah. So you can either extend or you can switch, depending on which one is bigger. Extend means find the last one who's the same as you. Yeah, and switch. Okay. Cool. Very well done, folks. So feel free to ask questions in like the last minute. So see you, Fury Nick. I'm also going to going to get lunch. My time zone is very different from you. Yeah, if you have more questions about this, or you need more help, or you want any sort of if you want me to look at your code, just put it in a paste bin, and then write a comment in the video. So go to a video in the description and put your paste bin there. Yeah, Merry Gamer. So put it in the paste bin and then put it in the code. And put the links in the comments. Then I'll take a look at it. Yeah, alright. Thanks, Red Finance. Welcome. Always good to see a familiar face. Thanks, Fury Nick. I think you did pretty well. Yeah. I think everybody who did all 4 questions did really well. I'm really happy. A lot of you managed to do it. Yeah, don't worry too much about your rank, Abhishek. It's yeah. Well, if you came across my channel today, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I stream every week. Bi-weekly contest if there is. If there's no bi-weekly, then I'll stream the weekly. So I stream basically every week. I might miss like 2 weeks from now. But hope to see all you back next time. Yeah. Any other questions? Just post in the comments. Appreciate it. Thank you. Any other questions? Post in the comments. If not, then that's it for the stream.